Hey everyone, it is July 15th and I've decided to pick up my camera and vlog for the next couple of days. Might not be very interesting, I don't have a ton going on, but I've missed it and I thought, why not? It's really hot, maybe I'll get to the lake, take you guys along with me, and for right now I've just got a couple of things to do today. James needs a haircut. I've been organizing and knitting, so there's lots of little things I can show you here and there. But for now, we are going to get James a haircut, drop off some clothing at donation box. I've been cleaning up a lot, so I have a really big bag of stuff to give to charity. And I'm not sure what else for right now, but I'm excited and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Just getting my stuff together, and I thought I would share my new shoes, which were totally inspired by Erin from House on Hill Road. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you definitely should. She is so inspiring, and she had a picture with these shoes on her and I fell in love. She told me they were corkies, which I didn't really know, so they have a cork heel, but I love them. They're super comfortable, and this is my first time wearing them, and I thought I would share. This is also my new rag rug from IKEA, which was all of $7.99 Canadian dollars, which is probably like nothing in US dollars. And it's so super cute. Okay, the boys are in the car, I'm off. Back from haircut, we got Booster juices, and I went to Shoppers Drug Mart and picked up some ice cream, and I needed a couple of colors that I always have that are my favorite. These are the names, and then I also got this one, which is really pretty. It's called A-List. Nail polish and ice cream, all the essentials. It has gotten so dark so quickly, and I thought I had so much more time today, but it seems like all of a sudden it is 4:30. I've got to start thinking about dinner. I might just barbecue, and I hope it doesn't rain, but I thought I would quickly show you what I'm working on for knitting projects. The first one here that I've been pretty much focusing on completely monogamously is in my fringe town bag, which I'm loving the brown or the cocoa version. In here, I have my weekender sweater, and I've made a lot of really good progress on it. I've been really enjoying it. It's really mindless. I'm making the size medium, and this is the Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, which I'm loving. And this is the one where you knit it, and then you're gonna flip it out so that the inside will actually be the outside, and you have that beautiful slipped stitch detail on the front and the back. It's the first time I've done a bottom-up sweater, so that's been interesting. I managed to get all the way up to where you put half your stitches on a separate cable, and I'm working on, I think it's the front I'm working on right now. So I think I've just got one more inch before I start doing, I'm not sure if it's short rows or decreases. I can't remember what happens next, but that is where I am, and I'm really enjoying it. It's Really beautiful. I keep smelling it. I'm enjoying working with this yarn so much. And I was hoping to be finished by July 15th because there was a knit along that I wanted to participate in. And I didn't get through my weekender, but I cast on anyways because I just really wanted to be a part of a knit along this summer. So this is the ranunculus sweater by, I think it's Cafe Midori Knits, I believe. And I showed the yarn in one of my last podcasts. I'm really loving this yarn. This is the Chelsea Luxe singles from Chelsea Yarns. I've got the singles and the mohair in Aix-en-Provence is the colorway. And I cast on yesterday. I haven't knit at all today. But here it is so far. I managed to, I can't remember the name of the cast on, but it was new to me. So I watched the video and I did it. I did the rib. I did the German short rows at the front and the back. And I think I just completed the front ones. So I'm really happy with it. I think it's so beautiful. I love this loose, fluffy gauge. And I've got this cute progress keeper from Twill and Print. I'm also using, I've never used this, but I'm using my Hedgehog Fibers clear tote, which is super cute. And I love that I can see this beautiful yarn because I want to see it at all times. So I wish I had time to knit a few rows right now, but I have to get dinner ready so we can take James to soccer tonight. And hopefully I will get a little bit of time tonight to sit right here on this couch and work on which one? I think I might work on this one. I'd like to get past the, maybe get to the part where I'm setting up the yoke or the lace. So I will talk to you soon. Barbecuing dinner tonight is not an option anymore. It is day 2 of my little vlog. It is Wednesday. I woke up to a very gray and gloomy day and I had some plans, but they were canceled. So I've just been taking it easy. I've had my coffee, pulled out my planner, and another planner that I was using as a gratitude journal, but I really haven't been using it. And so I've been thinking about using it as a to-do list kind of notebook. So we'll see how that works. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do first. I don't want to just sit around today, although I would love to. I have a few things to tidy up and do, but I'm just in one of those moods where I don't know what to do first. So I think I'm going to show you my journals first. These are the 4 journals that I've been using this year. And over the past weekend, I decided to kind of reassess what I'm using them for and figure out what's working and what is not working. Mostly because I had to switch out the insert for my Hobonichi, which is my everyday go-to planner and journal. I did get the Hobonichi Avec, which is 2 books for the year, so it's not so thick. So when I switched it over for July, I decided to kind of look at everything again, but I'll just recap what I'm using them for and what's working for me. So this is the A5 size. In my Sojourner leather cover, which I've shown before. These are both Sojourner, and I really love them. They are the folio covers, which you just slide your notebooks into, and they have the pocket. So I'm really enjoying this. This is my everyday planner where I put in all of our appointments, what's going on each week, each month, each week. And then there are daily pages, which I just started filling out this week. And what I'm using that for is just kind of documenting anything that's going on. I'm just putting in some photos, and I'll go back and add a little bit more later. But I really like kind of keeping track of what's going on. I don't write a lot, so it's just a spot where I will put photos and a few notes of what's going on. That is definitely working for me, and I will be doing that again for next year. This was my newest one, I believe. This is the B6 Slim. And I think in here I have the, is it the Midori? I can't remember what notebook it is. I'll put it up on the screen when I check. But this is my bullet journal, and I'm loving this. I don't use it every day, and I don't use it as a calendar in any way, but this is where I have just some inspiration. I have my little personal manifesto here. I have some knitting notes, books I want to read, and I've started a lot of pages, but I really need to finish setting them up. But I put my Make 9 for my knitting projects in here, and I listed them out. Of course, I went on and put in some of the other ones that I have yarn for, or I've started, or I just want to keep in mind, and some future knitting dreams that I have here. I've got some quotes I want to put in. I was testing out my fountain pens. So I'm just using this as kind of a catch-all for inspiration, notes, and I really love this as my bullet journal. But these two, I love them, but I have not been picking them up at all. So I started out with this one earlier in the year. This is also Hobonichi. This is a Hobonichi cover with the zip around closure. And this is the A5 Hobonichi insert. And my plan for this was a gratitude journal. And I kept it in my bedroom on my nightstand. And I love the idea of it. And I kind of started out well. I would put in the monthly spreads a daily gratitude here. And then I would sort of, a little farther forward, just kind of play around with some watercolors, some quotes, happy mail, just things that kind of made me happy and were good reminders. But then I stopped using it, and I think part of the reason is because it's in my bedroom, and by the time I get into my room at night, I do not feel like pulling out a journal. Because so much time has passed, I think I'm going to combine this with continue some gratitudes, but in the daily pages, I've started doing to-do lists. And I did see this on the Carrots and Olives feed. I'm going to put her Instagram username up on the screen so you can check her out. She has some beautiful journals. She has videos on YouTube too. But I noticed on Instagram that she started using her A6 just as a place for her daily to-dos. And I thought that's a good way to use up the book because I love to-do lists. And then this I also love. It's a Sojourner cover. This is the navy, and it just kind of, your book slides in. And in here I've got my Hobonichi Weeks. I love this book. I love the Hobonichi paper. It's the Tomoe River paper. And this was meant to be kind of like a household, what was this going to be? It was kind of like a family household personal wellness journal. And I love the idea. I just don't keep it up. So I was trying to get into a new cleaning system this year. Just kind of not the most exciting content, but I was having trouble balancing things. So this was just a way for me to kind of figure out what was working. And once it worked, I kind of stopped using it because I thought I don't really need to document what I'm vacuuming each week. But I love the Hobonichi Weeks. I am going to try and figure out a way to continue using it. I'm kind of thinking that for next year, and I'll try it out this year to see how it goes, but this could possibly be more work related for me. So for my small business, the bags and the accessories, I could be doing a little bit more work in here, just kind of jotting down a lot of the ideas that I have, some work schedules, contacts, things like that. So even my YouTube channel stuff. So this could be, there could be a use for this. So I'm gonna try that out. But I thought I would show you that just to see where I was as a little recap from earlier in the year. And as I was getting inspired this week to go through everything, I decided to pick up these two books. This has been on my wish list for a really long time. It's a really well-known book, and it's called The Creative Habit by Twyla Tharp. And I just really wanted to have some kind of reading inspiration on how to continue like a daily creative practice, because I know you guys think I am so organized, and I do love being organized, but the reason I do this is because my mind is really scattered. I have a million ideas. I want to do everything. I have so many interests that in order for me to stay sane, I have to put things down on paper. And this is to try and keep my days maybe a little bit more organized and start a creative habit so that I have time set aside to do the things that I love, which is knitting and art journaling and things like that. This book here, The Artist's Way, I'm pretty sure I've heard about it before, but it was recommended by Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts. And I think that Julia Cameron is the person that started, I could be wrong, do not quote me, but I think she's the person that has the morning pages idea, and I'm not sure if it's in this book or not, but I thought this would be a really good way to get back on my creative path. So I'm really excited to dive into these this summer. I'm not really picking up novels, so I thought, why not get a couple of books that could inspire me? And so I will keep you posted and let you know if these are good. Just to add to that planner talk, this is my dining room, and I switched the position of the table in the last few months, and I'm really liking it. It just feels like there's a little bit more space in here, and I really love this room and keeping some of my supplies down here. So in the morning I'll come down and it's really nice and it's tidy, and I'll just grab whatever book I want. I've got my little cart over here still. It's the IKEA cart with some of my art supplies if I want to grab anything. And I also keep some other inspiring books here. I'm not sure if I've shown this before, but it's kind of like a little creative hub, and I like having all this inspiration here. And it's just a really great space. And I love that my cookbooks are here too. So if I want to do some meal planning, I can grab anything for inspiration, flip through anything, and this room makes me really happy. exciting things like throw in a load of laundry, clean up the kitchen. I've marinated some chicken for tonight's dinner. I'm just having one of those days where I don't know what to do next, and I'm just gonna kind of go with it because I'm tired. I don't think I've been sleeping very well, but I thought I would show you some updates I've made in my sewing room or my studio space. So come with me. I think it's been a while since I've shared a little tour of my studio space. This is where I work, and I did a bit of a cleanup last week, and I went to IKEA and I bought some storage bins and a few cute little pieces, so I thought I would share. Not a lot has changed on this side. Got some fabric, and those shelves were just tidied up. I didn't really do too much to them. I did change a little bit up here, and that is the sign that I had made for my booth at the Toronto Knitters Frolic, and I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. It's all wood. I can't remember the name of the company that I got it from, but I will put it on the screen. They're based in Hamilton, and I really love it. Here's my little Edna that I got for Christmas. Not too much changed over here too. I did get this little light gray fur kind of throw a rug from IKEA, and I put it on my chair, which is really cozy. I really like that. There's my Make 9 basket. My laptop where I do a lot of work. Not much has changed here either. These are just my sewing stations. That's my industrial machine, which is a Juki. It is the DDL 8700. And then over here is my Bernina. This one is the B350 Patchwork Edition. If I'm doing quilt work, or patchwork I should say, quilting or installing zippers, I usually use this machine because I like it. And then this one is pretty much for everything else I do for the shop. This is one of my favorite things in the room. I believe it's a shipping or packing table, and it's from Uline. It's a little bit raised so you can stand, and it's where I do all of my cutting of fabrics or patterns, things like that. And I recently got this from Uline. It is like a stand for your craft paper or brown paper. So this is for pattern pieces and also wrapping. So I really like that. It's really handy. This is where my ironing board is. And I got another rag from IKEA to go in here too, because whenever I'm ironing, I get a pool or drips of water coming through onto the floor, and it's just nice to stand on something other than a hard floor. This is kind of where I did most of the organizing and got a few new bins. So these gray ones and the white bins on top and a few of the pattern ones here were all new from IKEA. These have been really, really helpful, and it's kind of what I went there for. I wanted some kind of storage solution for all of the little pieces that are in my shop so that when I'm shipping, it's really easy to just pick and pack. So those are the leather scissor covers, the scissors, measuring tapes, and pins. These gray bins here, or boxes, are also leather pouches and the clutches. So I store them in there for whenever I have an order. The bottom is the same. I just have some random fabric and some patterns and things down there. This over here is my printing and shipping kind of station. I've got all of the envelopes, packaging, packing tape if I need it, my scale, and my favorite thing, which is the Dymo label maker. It's fantastic. This is a new bin here, the printed one, or the patterned one. That's from IKEA, and it's housing scraps of really pretty fabrics that I don't want to get rid of, and will probably make it to be patchwork pouches. Down here I have zippers. In here I have some extra leather pouches, and in these bins I still have to organize a little bit, but it's usually where I keep canvas that I've cut into the right size for my bags and fusing. And up top, I still have to organize that a bit. And on the top are some new boxes that I got from IKEA. So these 3 are all filled with more scraps and small zippers for patchwork pouches up there. And in these 2 bins, this one has fabric that is specifically for garments. So I've got some jersey, some really beautiful fabric I've been hoarding. And this side has patterns that I want to make. So that is a mini tour of my studio space, which I really, really love. And I just find as soon as I have a shop update, it gets a little messy, but once I do a big cleanup like I just did, I'm ready for the next batch of bags or whatever projects I'm working on. And I do have a few things I really want to do this summer. I think I'm just going to try and enjoy my summer and continue to make bags, but I'm really going to make time for myself. I have some fat quarter sets over here, and I really want to make another lap quilt. So I have this, which is one of my favorite fabric collections from Cotton Steel with the scissors. There's so many beautiful prints in here. And I also have this one, which I got a really long time ago. They're both from the workroom. And this is really pretty too. This one is called The Rotary Club by Kimberly Kite. And this is the Paper Cuts collection from Rashida Coleman Hill. They're both cotton and steel, but I love them. So I've got some lap quilts I want to make, and also some garment sewing. So that's why I've got these baskets up here. Whenever I can, I'm going to trace out some patterns and make a few more things. And while we're here, I will show you these 2 new bags that I am in love with. The first one is this one from Hikari Handmade. Hikari and I did a bag swap a week or 2 ago, and I was so in love with the bag that she sent me and the quality that I went to check out her Etsy shop, and I saw that she had a whole bunch of small bags in her shop, and I just fell in love with this and ordered it. I think the same day I received her package. And just look at these beautiful cork labels. Her workmanship is stunning and her choices of fabric are beautiful. So I had to order another one. I loved it so much. And she was so sweet and sent me another one because she said she had this new fabric for summer and that she thought it looked kind of like my colors. And she was right. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. And they're both the small size, which I think is perfect to just carry. And I also think they go really well with my bags. So I thought with my big tote, I could pop her small bags in them, and they'd be great project bags for hats and socks in the coming months. So thank you so much, Hikari. I love them both so, so very much. Good morning. It is day 3 of my little July vlog, and yesterday I completely just fell off the map. I was exhausted. I didn't have the most exciting day, and I think I was a kind of grumpy too and tired, so it was an early night for us. We did have a delicious dinner, and I think I showed the marinating of chicken. It was a chicken shawarma recipe. It's the first time I've made it. It was so easy and so delicious. I just cut it up and we had it on flatbreads for dinner with some vegetables, and it was really, really good. Also, it was an oven recipe, which I really like because sometimes you don't want to go outside and barbecue. It was raining on and off, and it was just one of those days. So I'm really happy to start a new day. I've made myself a cup of coffee, and I kind of zhuzhed myself up a little bit because I've been feeling so drab. So I'm feeling very kind of glowy because I used a product that I don't always use, and I didn't do my hair today, but I used a product that I love. So I think I'm going to share those two with you because they're kind of fun and I really like them. Okay, here's what I used today that I wanted to share. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. It is kind of like a highlighting, glowy, maybe luminizer, I'm not really sure. It's not really a foundation, but you can add it to your foundation. I just used a little bit of concealer where I needed it and then put some of this on, and it just really makes you glow without looking sparkly. And so if you're feeling tired and drab, it's really nice. This has become a huge favorite of mine. I think this is my second or third can of it. It is by IGK. And it's called the Beach Club Volumizing Texture Spray. Now, I can't stand dry shampoo, but I'm always looking for something that adds texture to your hair because I have a little bit of a wave, but it never really does what I want. And so this is perfect, and it also smells beautiful, like the beach, kind of like a tropical scent. So I used that today just to kind of mess up my hair, make it look a little better. I added some glow. I'm gonna have my coffee and start to figure out what I'm doing this morning. And we've decided, the boys and I, that we are going to go and see a movie this afternoon. We've been wanting to see Spider-Man for a while, so we're gonna take the afternoon and get some popcorn and enjoy a movie.